Hey, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can get a new job in a different industry. But before we get started, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button as it's completely free and really means a lot. Say that you've been working in the same industry for a number of years and you've been playing around with the idea to change it up and work in another industry. But you never did anything because just the thought of changing your career seems like a massive undertaking. Well, you can stop worrying because in this video, we're going to talk about 4 steps you can follow to change your career successfully. Know the industry. Whether you have relevant professional experience in this new industry you're interested in or not, it's really important to make an effort to get to know the industry you're applying to as much as possible. Read up on relevant industry news and the companies in it. Take your time and read through a variety of job descriptions to also understand the key traits, skills, and experience that companies in the industries are looking for. Learn about job titles, salaries, and even potential career paths. The more you know, the more confident you can be talking about it with hiring managers and other industry professionals. Go out there, be proactive, and network at events or meetups, or even scrape online forums and sites where you can interface with real professionals currently working in the space that you're interested in. And make sure you ask a ton of questions. What do they love about their jobs? What do they hate? What are the challenges? If they also started in a different industry, how are they able to successfully make the switch as well? The more you ask and put yourself out there, the more information you learn, and the faster you can confidently determine if the industry is going to be a right fit for you after all. Even if you don't have relevant professional experience, that's okay. Are there any relevant projects or perhaps additional learning or educational experiences that you can do, like online courses or even boot camps, to really show your commitment to the industry? If those are expensive, what about great resources like the internet, YouTube, or even free courses where you can learn from? There will always be opportunities and resources that you can use to learn, and many of these won't cost you anything. If you don't know which industry you want to apply, start off by asking yourself what excites you, or what is something that you're really interested or passionate about. Do you want to work somewhere that is mission-driven that will impact a lot of people? Do you want to focus on maximizing earning potential? Do you want to work somewhere with a great work-life balance so that you have time to spend time with your family and friends? Or do you want to work with some of the coolest brands or companies out there? The more crystal clear you are about this, the better it can also guide your decision-making process on where to start your search. Audit your skills and accomplishments. Now that you've identified your target industry, your next step is to really audit and really reflect on your skills and achievements. Your first step would be to list and think about all your skills and abilities that you have and how they could be applied to your new field. If you feel like you don't have any, don't worry. The good news is that if you have any work experience, a lot of the skills such as people management, negotiations, problem-solving skills can be transferable to other industries, so you aren't starting from scratch. Really make the effort here and write down as many as you can think of that could be applied to the new industry. Are you good at project management? What about research? What about quantitative analysis? Or are you an effective communicator or writer? Can you manage a budget or an entire P&L? Or have you managed individuals or teams before? The same can also be applied to accomplishments as well. Which achievements do you have that you also feel like can also demonstrate that you can create similar outcomes in a new industry? If you're having trouble here, I recommend to first list out all the skills you do at your regular job or those you have developed in the past, and then finish it off by writing down the skills you would like to develop. After this, try to look at your background from the hiring manager's or recruiter's point of view and ask yourself which skills will be most important or valuable for that job. The purpose here isn't to really make you feel inadequate in the skills you don't have, but rather that this exercise will really clearly show the gap between the skills that you have and the skills that you need. Also read up on job descriptions on the positions that you want and write down or be aware of the requirements. Do some require certifications or a specific degree? Do some of the jobs offer lower salary, or do some expect you to have certain skills? Once you have a clear idea on the skills you want to learn, now you can make a clear plan on learning them. By also having a clear understanding of the skills and keywords in demand for the job that you want, you can now use this information to tailor your resume by highlighting any of the relevant experiences, skills, and keywords that are similar. For more information or help on crafting the perfect resume, make sure you see my previous video. Acquire experience. Now that you know the skills in demand, what will you do to learn and acquire them? Are you willing to go back to school, take weekend or night classes? What about online certification courses or even boot camps? If you're worried about money, there's tons of free resources from the internet, bookstores, to free online seminars and webinars and courses that you can take as well. You could also start a side project or think about doing some internship, volunteer, or freelance work. Gaining any experience is great because not only does it show that you have learned the skill, but you have also applied it and demonstrated a form of success in a real-life example. While learning the skill is great, nothing trumps real-life experience, where you can show off your learned skills into action. You can list all of the skills in your resume all you want, but hiring managers and recruiters will really be be focusing on your experience. Not having any professional experience is fine, but if you can show that you have made great effort and strides in relevant freelance or side gigs, or obtaining an internship that can show another dimension of your abilities, that will really help you. If you're actively sending out applications, ended up getting a job in the new industry with a much lower salary than you were previously making, would you take it? While there isn't any shame in waiting and holding off for a higher offer elsewhere, you could find yourself waiting longer than you think, and will that be okay? While everyone has different life and personal situations, making it difficult to accept a lower salary, I have seen that if you really want to work and break into the different industry, it could possibly be a better play to accept the job and focus on doing well and moving up in the company than waiting for another offer to come. This way, you have already broken into the industry, and even with a lower salary from the start, you are now learning new skills that you're putting to use right away. On top of that, if you perform well, you can work your way up the company, and if that happens, your compensation package will inevitably catch up. Top performers and hard workers don't stay at entry-level positions for long. Use a recruiter. Working with recruiters and recruiting agencies can also be a massive help and provide support when it comes to looking for a job. A good recruiter first and foremost will be an industry specialist, as most agencies are focused and specialized in one industry. They'll have access to the latest news, trends, and insights to the industry and should be able to answer any questions that you may have. In addition, a good recruiter also acts as a white glove career coach, as they can advise you on particular skills that are most important for the job you're targeting and also offer any salary, educational, and certification recommendations. Recruiters can also help fast track you with your job search and connect you with a couple or hopefully more job options off the bat that will be perfect for your background. They can then manage and assist with everything from resume modifications to interview preparations to offer negotiations, making the whole experience as frictionless and dramaless as possible, especially if you're making the switch into a new industry. Changing jobs, let alone an industry, can seem quite scary, but if you're working with a professional who is with you every step of the way, why wouldn't you consider it? With there being so many steps to think about and go through, it really makes a difference to have someone on your side who is accessible and honest with their recommendations, suggestions, and guidance during the time of transition. I do hope that this was helpful, and if you have any additional questions I can help you with or want to share some of your experiences, please comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please also don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell. It's completely free and really helps us out a lot. If you also want to follow me, feel free to add me at Preston_Park on Instagram and TikTok, as I try my best to post daily. Thank you again, and we'll see you on the next one.